Alarming new revelation about those doomed Boeing jets. The new report overnight, what pilots discovered recreating that deadly Lion Air flight. Their simulation revealing they had less than 40 seconds to adjust the plane before it crashed into the sea. Now Boeing racing to get a software fix out to get those planes back in the air as U.S. authorities finally get their hands on the black box data from that other deadly Boeing disaster.
Also this morning, the battle over the Mueller report. Democrats demanding to see the full document. Republicans want to investigate the investigators. And the big headline overnight on Obamacare that could affect health care for millions of Americans.
New overnight, Michael Avenatti arrested. The high-profile lawyer who battled President Trump, charged with extorting the sneaker giant Nike. Could he face the rest of his life in prison?
The yoga pose that led to a stroke. The Instagram star now telling her story, and the warning this morning.
Caught on camera. Spring breakers taking on a masked gunman brawling with the would-be bandit. Now they're speaking out.
And Gone Girl, the prize-winning show dog, vanishing at one of the busiest airports in the country. The all-out search right now for Gail.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America. Boy, Gail made a break for it.
Yeah, and still out there running. Gail is a pedigree American Staffordshire Terrier, just 22 months old. Aww. Beautiful pet there. Owner is desperately hoping someone will find her. We're going to have much more on that coming up.
I hear she has a microchip, so hopefully that will help. But first, we're going to begin with the very latest on that Boeing investigation and the headline overnight about what a recent simulation test revealed. Our senior transportation correspondent, David Curley, is at Dulles Airport in Washington with those details for us. Good morning, David.
Morning, Robin. Pilots are saying they were surprised how aggressive, how strong that system was in nosing down the aircraft in the simulator. This as Boeing races to get FAA approval for its software update, which it plans to roll out to customers and airlines tomorrow. This morning, a row of Southwest Airlines Boeing 737 MAXs parked in the California desert, and hundreds of others around the world, costing millions of dollars each day. Boeing's software update, expected to be certified by the FAA in hours, will be rolled out to customers at a big Seattle meeting tomorrow to change the way an automated safety system is triggered and acts. Pilots who experienced it in a simulator just days ago were surprised how aggressive that anti-stall system pushed the jet's nose down. One pilot telling the New York Times pilots would have just 40 seconds to take corrective action before possibly crashing. We know in the first crash, Lion Air, pilots battled that automation right at takeoff for 12 minutes before losing the battle. The Ethiopian jet was in the air for 6 minutes, but officials have not said if the anti-stall system was activated.
The force of the stick may have surprised the pilots, been stronger than they had anticipated, and this may have confused them and led them to making false moves in the cockpit.
This morning, the Ethiopians saying they will release a preliminary report on that second crash later this week based on data from the black boxes, data that was finally shared with U.S. investigators over the weekend. Boeing is changing the way that anti-stall system engages.
Boeing's path to a software fix will cure what ails this airplane.
So about 200 customers, airlines and others showing up in Seattle to see that software tomorrow, Robin. This as we await the verdict from Ethiopia on what happened in the second crash.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that. But if U.S. investigators have had the data for a few days now, they know what happened, but they haven't revealed it yet?
No, and that's because of international protocol. The Ethiopians are actually in charge of the investigation, and they're the ones that are supposed to release the data. But we would sense that if investigators know what happened, is this software fix enough? They're not saying whether there's actually an additional problem with the MAX that has come out of Ethiopia. I don't know what to make of that one way or the other, actually.
Yeah.
Robin?
Still so many questions, David. I know you're staying on top of it for us. Thank you.
Sure are. We're going to move on now to Washington. The latest fallout over the Mueller report. President Trump and his allies on offense vowing to investigate the investigators as Democrats press for the release of the full Mueller report by next week. Our senior congressional correspondent Mary Bruce on Capitol Hill. And Mary, the president says he has no objections to the report being made public, but there are still hurdles.
Yeah, George, the top Republican in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, right now is blocking a measure that would release the full report or call for its release. He says that the Attorney General needs to be given the space to decide what should and should not be made public. George, this is likely to be a big fight here. Democrats are now upping the pressure, demanding that the full report be released by next week, or else they are likely to subpoena. And you have Democrats and Republicans both saying that the Attorney General needs to testify here on the Hill sometime soon. While on the other side, you have Republicans saying it's time to investigate the investigators. That's something that's likely to come up here today when the president has lunch with Senate Republicans. George, he's bringing his victory lap here to Capitol Hill today.
He's been pressing that very hard. Meantime, Mary, two other big headlines overnight out of Washington, including a brand new legal action by the Trump administration to take down Obamacare.
Yeah, George, this is a dramatic shift that could have huge implications for Americans' health care. The Trump administration now says the entire Affordable Care Act should be struck down, agreeing with a federal judge that the law is invalid. And if the court accepts this new agreement, millions of Americans could lose their coverage, including those who have coverage through the expansion of Medicaid. And George, despite the fact that many Republicans and the president promised to keep those protections for people with pre-existing conditions, this could end that popular provision. And George, right now there is no solid plan to replace Obamacare.
Yeah, that's the big omission right there. And another ban went into effect overnight on these bump stocks, which turn semi-automatic weapons basically into machine guns.
Yeah, George, unless the Supreme Court steps in here at the last minute, those bump stocks are banned as of today. These are those devices that, as you mentioned, essentially turn semi-automatic weapons into machine guns. The president moved to ban them after the Las Vegas killer used them in that massacre that killed 58 people. George, if you have one of these devices, you have until the end of today to turn it in.
Mary Bruce, thanks very much, Michael.
All right, thank you, George. Now to a milestone missile test. As tensions grow with North Korea, for the first time ever, the U.S. military has successfully shot down an ICBM with a ground-based interceptor system. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman has the details. And Matt, this comes on the heels of that failed North Korea summit.
And Michael, this could be an answer as to how the U.S. might protect itself against a revamped North Korean missile and nuclear program. The concept is known as hitting a bullet with a bullet. Now, it's been tried for years with marginal success. And what's new here is that multiple bullets or interceptors were fired against an incoming warhead launched from the Marshall Islands 4,000 miles away. Those interceptors here in California detected the warhead, fired those 2 Minuteman missiles. Pentagon says the exercise was a success. And in this video, you can see that first interceptor hitting the warhead and the second interceptor hitting the next most lethal target. Now, the director of the program said that we have a capable, credible deterrent against a very real threat. Now, yesterday's test was the first one in 2 years, and with North Korean diplomacy on life support, these tests seem to have renewed importance. Robin.
They really do. All right, Matt, thank you. Now to a series of dangerous storms on the move. The west bracing to get hit as the south recovers from hail and damaging winds. Ginger, of course, is tracking it all for us. Good morning, Ginger.
Hey, good morning to you, Robin. Good morning, everybody. You start off and you look in Alabama, where there are more than 24 severe storm reports just yesterday. This is Clinton, Alabama, right in the heart of town. 60-plus mile-per-hour winds causing all that damage, and then the accumulating hail on the windshield. So you say, do we have more of that to come? You do in some spots, but mostly the west coast going to see that moisture heading into the Sierra again. What it's going to mean for Nebraska, Iowa, Wisconsin, places that are already flooding, more rain coming by the end of the week. And you have a spot like St. Paul, Minnesota, where the Minnesota River has already started to flood. This will rise another 3 feet as that snow melts and we add more precipitation by the end of the week, guys.
They have had such a rough month. Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. We're going to turn now to new developments in the college admissions scandal. This morning, the Department of Education is launching preliminary investigations into 8 universities, and a dozen defendants have appeared in court to plead not guilty. ABC's Lindsay Davis is outside the courthouse in Boston. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning to you, Georgia. Those dozen defendants that we saw entering the courthouse here yesterday, that's just a fraction of all of those who are charged in this case. And now there are new reports that additional parents are being informed that they are also under investigation.
This morning, the Department of Education is reportedly looking into 8 universities whose athletic coaches are allegedly involved in that massive college cheating scandal. The Wall Street Journal reports that the department is seeking information into recruiting and admissions practices. This after dozens of parents and school officials were charged, including Hollywood stars Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman.
So any comment at all? Are you guilty?
One by one, 12 defendants entered this Boston courthouse, all charged with racketeering conspiracy and all pleading not guilty.
What'd you do with all the money?
No comment.
Among the accused, Igor Dvorsky, former director of a prestigious West Hollywood prep school, charged with allegedly accepting bribes of $10,000 per student to help cheat on college entrance exams.
Anything you want to say for yourself? No comment.
And Lisa Nikki Williams, who's accused of allowing a third party to take tests for students at a testing center in Houston where she worked. Both Williams and Dvorsky are allegedly associates of this man, Rick Singer, who prosecutors say was the mastermind behind the entire operation. Wake Forest volleyball coach Bill Ferguson, currently on administrative leave, proclaimed his innocence through an attorney.
No one was admitted to Wake Forest who didn't earn it, as a student and as an athlete. Bill Ferguson does not belong in this indictment.
Prosecutors say Singer made $25 million from wealthy parents by getting their children into elite colleges by bribing test proctors, coaches, and officials like Donna Heinel.
Hey, Donna, anything to say?
USC's former senior athletics director, who's accused of taking $20,000 a month to push through students with fake athletic profiles, allegedly using photos like this for a student who wasn't actually a pole vaulter, or this one for a student who didn't really play water polo.
Later on this week, more parents and former coaches are expected to appear before a judge here. And then next week, actresses Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman are doing court. Michael.
All right, thank you so much, Lindsay. Now to a startling new study about marijuana. Researchers in Colorado finding that consuming marijuana in edible form is leading to a spike in emergency room visits. ABC's Clayton Sandell has more in Denver. Good morning, Clayton.
Hey, good morning, Michael. You know, recreational weed has been legal here in Colorado since 2014, but now researchers here at the University of Colorado Hospital say it's not smoking pot, but edible marijuana. Things like pot-infused brownies, candy, and drinks that are causing that spike in visits to this emergency room. They find that even though edibles make up only 0.3% of all pot sales, they're linked to more than 10% of all ER visits. That is 33 times higher than expected. And the symptoms are serious. They range from hallucinations and panic attacks to irregular heartbeats and even heart attacks. Now, researchers say one of the reasons this is happening is when you smoke marijuana, you feel the effects immediately. But when you eat a marijuana product, the high can take 3 hours to reach its peak. And because it takes so long to kick in, people think the edible isn't working, so they mistakenly take more and more, and that can lead to an overdose. Michael?
And Clayton, what's the marijuana industry saying about this study?
Well, the industry has long urged people to follow the directions and follow the proper dosages, and especially when it comes to those candies and cookies, keep them out of the reach of children. Michael?
All right, thank you so much, Clayton Sandell. Robin?
Okay, Michael, now to that spring break brawl that was caught on camera. A masked gunman approaching a group at a gas station in Florida. They fought right back. Gio Benitez is here with that story. Good morning, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Those spring breakers turning the tables on that armed robber early Sunday morning in Oakland Park, Florida. Incredibly, nobody was hurt. Caught on camera, spring breakers fighting back. This massive brawl erupting at a Florida gas station. A group of cousins from Indiana on vacation in South Beach turning the tables on a would-be robber. It started when the men stopped for gas after a night of partying. They're then approached by a robber in a mask pointing a gun, but the friends decided not to cooperate and put the man in a headlock.
My cousin Jacob gets on top of him, and I'm in there trying to wrestle around for the gun.
The cousins tackling the man, struggling for the weapon.
Any point in time, that gun could have gone off.
Then the robber's accomplice rushes in, trying to break up the fight, but one of the friends manages to grab the loaded gun, pointing it back at his attackers. The brawl finally ending with the suspects fleeing the scene, and luckily, no one was hurt.
It turned out the best way possible for us.
Yeah, and while it worked out for this group, law enforcement experts insist that you should not confront an armed robber. Just tell them you'll cooperate, give them what you have. Really, guys, that's your best chance.
Good advice there. Okay, Gio, thanks.
Lucky no one was hurt right there. And now to the person with the hottest hand in the men's tournament, and he's not even playing. He's the only person to pick all games right in the first 2 rounds. We spoke to the master of March Madness overnight, and TJ Holmes is here with that.
All games.
You're the master?
No,
oh, no,
no, he spoke to the master.
Okay.
Master of nothing is what I'm called around here.
I want to find out.
I think this is going well so far. No, this guy is 48 for 48 in picking games, right? Tens of millions of people submit brackets. He's the only one ever, since we've tracked this, to get it perfect. So what's his secret? He didn't overthink it. When Texas Tech took out Buffalo, that win shattered one of the last 2 remaining perfect NCAA brackets.
I was really disappointed, but it happens.
Now, out of tens of millions that were submitted, there's only one perfect bracket still standing.
It's really unbelievable. I didn't expect this at all.
It belongs to this guy, 40-year-old Greg Nigel, a neuropsychologist from Columbus, Ohio. And he's the first person to make it to the Sweet 16 with an unblemished record. The odds of that happening, 1 in 281 trillion.
This was fourth bracket I filled out, and it was really just for fun, so I wasn't even checking it. I didn't know until today.
So what's Nigel's secret?
You can't watch every college game, so you got to watch some bracketology and go with the teams that you like.
This is the longest any bracket has remained perfect in the history of the tournament.
Hazard! Splash!
13th seed UC Irvine beat 4th seed Kansas State for their first tournament victory. 5th seed Mississippi State falling to 12th seed Liberty. He nailed that one too.
The Liberty Flames are still dancing!
But with Nigel's luck and 15 games to go, could this Michigan native really pull off total perfection?
I have Tennessee and Gonzaga, and then I picked Gonzaga to win it all. I'm pretty sure it's not going to remain perfect, but if I go wrong, I hope Michigan goes further than I have them.
Okay, I got some skeptics up here on set. Yes, he did pull this. So how did he pull this off? Yeah. Stay with me here. This is the first time, okay, only the second time actually in 40 years that every 1, 2, and 3 seed has made it to the Sweet 16, meaning if all of you just picked the top seeds in your office pool, you would be winning it right now. This is rare for the tournament to not see that many upsets. So a little luck, but if he just picks the top seeds, he'd be
how are the odds? 1 in 281 trillion?
It's never happened before. So this is the first time, and we're seeing it for the first. George.
So I have some homework for you. What are the odds on getting a perfect bracket all the way through?
Okay. Homework, like you said, so let me get back to you. But we had bigger upsets in the women's tournament.
Yes,
now, this has been fun. The women's tournament, the 11 seed Missouri State, the Lady Bears here pulled off a big upset over Iowa State, the 3 seed. Now, this, we don't see oftentimes as many huge upsets in the women's game. The top seeds go forward, but this was a huge one for them. This is the first time they've been to the Sweet 16 since 2001. Yes, of course, a good celebration. But the other big game, which is the one I was interested in last night, there was a good back and forth, the UCLA Bruins, the Lady Bruins.
That was a good one.
This was a great game. Their 6th seed beat the number 3 seed, the Maryland team there. And again, this was a great back and forth. And watch this celebration. In the we have that one from that the locker room. There you go. They're doing the Kiki Challenge.
Are you riding? No.
But that's fun. But Michaela Onyenware for the Lady Bruins had 31. Great game. So
it's wide open with the women's.
On the women's side this year.
There are a lot of teams that could win it all.
I love seeing the players that are celebrate and dance together. I love it.
Now I'll get back to you on homework.
The homework, man.
Okay. Also this morning, new developments involving high-profile lawyer Michael Avenatti. He's been arrested now, charged with trying to extort more than $20 million from Nike. We're going to have his response just ahead.
And the yoga pose that led to a stroke. The Instagram star now telling her story and the warning this morning. That's all ahead, but first let's go back to Ginger.
And you know, we've showed you these images, but this is Pine Ridge, South Dakota. People there were stuck and stranded in their homes for more than 2 weeks. That snow melt going to keep going, and we've got more rain on the way. Let's get to your Tuesday trivia now, brought to you by Pronamel.
What patients don't realize is what they eat and drink is likely acidic, and then what's happening is the weakening of enamel. Now is the perfect time for a toothpaste like the new Pronamel Repair. This toothpaste takes it to the next level. It takes minerals and it drives it deep into the tooth surface so that we can actively help repair weakened enamel. I do think dentists are going to want to recommend the new Pronamel Repair toothpaste. Such an easy answer, and it will do exactly what their patients need.
Breezy, cool sunshine on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the 30s and lower 40s this morning. We'll hit 44 degrees by lunchtime today. We'll continue with that wind, so a bit of a chill with a high temperature of just 52 degrees. Tomorrow's temperature a little higher, up to 54 with less wind. But then for the end of the work week, nice southwesterly winds will take us up to 70 degrees on Friday, 75 on Saturday. So some nice warmth there. And we don't have any rain coming in until maybe late Sunday, the high 62.
Michael Avenatti arrested. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
If you have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, every day can begin with flakes. It's a reminder of your struggles with psoriasis. But